What it is, guys, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you with more Dokkan. Now, today is a video that I swear I'd already done, but apparently, after going through all my stuff here, I haven't. So, this is well overdue. What we're talking about today mainly is the EZAs that actually are ending in the next, I think 24 hours, give or take. That is, of course, the EZA for 9 hours, so they end tonight. So, I thought we still had a few days left on it, but if you haven't done these, make sure you get them done. I just finished Kid Buu. I'll be honest with you, the EZA for the AGL Kid Buu is... I could take it or leave it. He basically just becomes a slightly better nuker. It's not going to yield you really much of anything unless you really need him for an extreme AGL team. Now, that said, this EZA, if you haven't done it, you got 9 hours by recording this. Probably less than that by the time I get this up. You need to make sure this is done before the end of the night, because if you miss out on this, you are missing out on something very special. Okay? And what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to damage test this one. Okay? Basically, what we're going to do, I'll go ahead and show you the team that we're running off of. You probably already guessed what it is based on that. This is the fusion team that I put together. Now, we are going to exchange him at some point for the int. The int Gogeta, the 120 lead Gogeta. Okay? Now, this dude gets huge bonuses if he gets Rainbow Key. So, on top of all of this, we're going to keep him on rotation with the int Ghost Tanks. Okay? Now, to make these tests pretty much the best tests that we can make them, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to keep him on rotation with the right units. And let's see here. I need to double check my... Yes. Okay. So, the links with both Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the new Gogeta are identical. Now, they do share 6 links apiece on each one, and they both only have the 10% and 50% attack links. Okay? In fact, all the links are the same between him, and the int Gogeta. But, we can get him on either one. We'll just see which one comes up first, more or less. But int Gogeta and strength Gogeta, they share all the same attack links. It's really what we care about. In fact, I think all their links are perfectly identical. So we're going to damage test them. Now, I have both my strength Gogeta and my int Gogeta have been rainbowed. So we're going to compare them, and then we're going to compare them to this guy. Now, mine has no dupes. Mine is 55%. And we're going to see who hits harder and under what circumstances. So to make this all fair, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Boss Rush. We want this to be a nice neutral test. And Boss Rush is pretty much the easiest thing to kind of gauge in this regard. Okay? We'll go to Challenge. Boss Rush. And I'm going to do Boss Rush 5, because Boss Rush 6 gets weird. I don't want any kind of questions or anything like that. I want to make sure we are running the best possible tests we can run. Now, to also do this, I'm going to be running the same leads. Let's see. We're not going to be running the Gogeta lead, though I guess we could. We'll do that. We'll actually do that. We'll do that. We'll do an AGL Gogeta lead, and the reason that I'm going to do this is because that's going to give us a better opportunity to get that AGL Gogeta on rotation. So, unfortunately, he doesn't have... So, realistically speaking, the LR is still a better leader. The reason the LR is a better leader is because they're 170 HP in attack with 130 defense. The AGL is 170 attack, HP defense 150%. So, you get a little higher defense, but you don't really need it on this team. It's kind of negligible. So this is the rotation we're going to run, and we're going to try to get Strength Gogeta and Int Gogeta on here with AGL and see what happens. Also, you'll notice we are running Ghost Tanks. The reason we're running Ghost Tanks is because he's going to give us enough items, more or less, that we can make this happen. I'm also going to throw on some item changing here so that we can make sure we have enough key, so we're at full key basically all the time. So, preferably, preferably, I would just like to do one test where I have Strength Gogeta. Come on. Strength Gogeta on rotation with Ghost Tanks and the AGL. I do one Int Gogeta with Ghost Tanks and AGL, and then we'll just do probably AGL with the... okay, so Ghost Tanks is not going to be on rotation, but we do have an excellent rotation coming up, so let me just go ahead and... Doesn't really matter what I do here, because as soon as I get that attack off, I'm going to back out of this. Alright. So, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's going to super attack us, so it's going to tickle. Even though he's a type advantage. Oh, that hurt. A little worse than I thought it would, but... Nah. Oh, that's right, because Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks doesn't have any defenses at all. A little surprised that didn't kill him, but... Now we're at type advantage. He's dead. He dead! Now, I'm not going to use this as my test because I want to kind of do it under a certain litmus. Basically, I want to make sure we have all the same linkers up here. Okay? And when I do it, I'm going to do it with mine. I'm going to make sure we don't do it with a friend. Or if we do pick a friend, we'll do it with a friend that we can kind of gauge and test with. Alright. So this will be the test with no rainbow orbs. No rainbow orbs. Okay? I am going to target Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And because that's going to be strength on strength, we're not going to have type advantage. Okay? He is linked with this dude, and that's it. So it's going to be the best, most, I guess, fair test that we can put this guy under. Okay? So, remember, he ignores types anyway, but he still gets a little bit of a boost from type advantage. But we don't even want to mess with that. So, 1.75, no crit. 1.75, no critical. Kind of wish we could see what he got critical, but I can math that out at a later time. If you guys really want to see. Alright. And it doesn't matter what they do because I'm back out of it now. No, okay, well, so that's an interesting point. So, 175... He did 1.3. That's interesting. Let's see if that holds true. Let's see if we can replicate that and see if we can make that hold true. Let's go ahead and close out of this. We'll abandon the quest. So this is absolutely great right here. We'll do Super Saiyan 4 Goku again. We've got him on rotation. We've got them all linked up. By the way, if you guys want to know what links they share, with the AGL, they share, let's see here, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Over to Flash, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Fuse Fighters. Both Strength and Int share the same links. So this is the most fair test you could put these guys under. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now remember, we had 175, no crits. So let's see if we can get a non-critical on this bad boy. Alright. For once, I'm saying don't crit. Please do not crit. And 147. So, it looks like, and I'd have to go back and review the footage, it looks like Strength Gogeta is just a hair stronger. Now again, this is both rainbow. And 142 out of Gogeta. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go back in here. We're going to back out of this. So 142 versus 147. That's a great test. Now, I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to go ahead and just try to get an AGL test out. Linked with either one of those two. It doesn't matter which one. But I'm going to throw Strength back on here because I want to see what Strength does when he gets Rainbow Orbs. Because remember, that 175 was no Rainbow Orbs. So we got lucky on that. Ghost Tanks is going to change some orbs here for us. What are you going to change, buddy? Not enough. That's the answer. Not enough. Okay. But that's... Is that 2 or 3 rainbow orbs? Just depends on how I collect them, isn't it? It's going to be 2 rainbow orbs no matter how I go about this. Or is it? You know what? You know what? No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, it is, because he's not going to cross-pollinate like that. Oof. Oof. Alright, that's okay. 2 rainbow orbs. let's just see what you... That's basically... Like, in a best possible scenario, he could get 3. Well, I say 3. But the best possible scenario, he could get 5. But that doesn't happen very often. 4 is really pushing it. Let's just see what happens here. Okay, this is with 2 rainbow orbs. Let's see how much more power he gets out of that. Because we've already proven he's way stronger. Worst case scenario, though... Well, you said worst case scenario, he gets a crit. 1.9. Okay. So, adds like 100k per orb. So, do the math on that. We just hit like frickin' mad and embarrassed in Gogeta. So, I didn't think he was that much more OP, but apparently he is. Okay, let's do one more test on the AGL just to get a baseline here. So, I'm going to put STR right there. We're going to pick on AGL Vegeta because he's not going to have type advantage. And let's just let him work. Watch him go to town. In fact, you know what? This might even be a better test. This is 3 orbs into our Gogeta. Let's see what the difference is. Let's see. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic there. Let's see what the difference is. Alright. So AGL Gogeta. And he went... Was that only 1.7? Little disappointing. Of course he criticaled. We can't use that as a baseline test anymore. Yeah, so... hard to tell. Hard to tell. I could tell you that from most of my other tests... You know, let's just do a neutral test of them. Because it's hard to tell here when they're going to have type advantage. Or you could go out. Or you could go out. That would be nice. Yeah, abandon the quest. Yes. This time, do it. Thank you, sir. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to Super Strike. And the reason I'm going to jump over to Super Strike is because they have, like, almost no damage mitigation. You know, it's pretty simple stuff. And it's reliable and it's predictable. Alright, story. Okay. And we'll just do him. Okay. Alright. And let me find one more just to have a 55%. Pretty sure he's got a dupe. No! My man's doesn't have a dupe. That's alright. That's alright. He'll work for our purposes here. Okay? So we'll do this one more time. This will be a fair, unbiased test so long as we've got STR on the other rotation. He's got the wrong unit linked, but you know what? You know what? I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with it. And the reason I'm going to roll with it is because he's going to have a crazy amount of orbs. I put something in my eye. He's going to have a crazy amount of orbs after all that. So let's just jump into the fight here and see what happens. So first fight is, I mean, both these fights could be a breeze. You could pretty much gauge. He has a higher health bar on the other one, but I don't think he has that much more defense. At least not enough to really count. Okay? Now, just to give you an idea, the links between these guys, between the LR and the AGL, they have, come on, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. Okay? So, they don't have the key links, but they definitely have the attack links. Alright, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to have to give him a little bit of key to get a super attack off. So, I'm going to go ahead and burn another one of these. Only reason I'm going to do that is just to make sure we get a super attack. And so, this will be a good baseline, unbiased test. And hopefully, Gogeta doesn't get a crit. I think he will. He's got a lot of crit in him. A lot of crit. So let's see what happens here. $2.1. 2.1 mil. I could swear he could do better than that, but it's a fair assessment of his capabilities. All right. So now Gogeta. And to give you an idea what their links are, okay? In fact, he's going to get 4 orbs out of this, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to get 4 rainbow orbs out of this. Let's see. Man, that's pretty close to perfect for him. Like, 1 more orb would be the most he could ever get in any given situation. All right, so we've got Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and our Strength Goku. Okay, they have Super Saiyan, Over to Flash, Fierce Battle, and Fuse Fighter. Still a 15% link. So, or 50%, 10% and 50%. 25% attack links common between both of these tests. Now, I'm really worried that he's going to crit here. I really honestly am, because he crits a lot. I've got him almost max crit. So, if he crits, it's going to be a little bit of a problem, but we can reverse engineer the damage out of that. I cannot reverse engineer the damage out of that. I'm going to be real. I'm... Let's give it one more try. Let's just give it one more try and see if we can get our baseline test out of this at some point or another. So yeah, simply put, I was just not able to get Gogeta back on the rotation to test him, but I think you get the idea there. If I even try to reverse engineer that, I think we're still encroaching pretty close to, I want to say like 2.6 to 2.9 million damage. So it's pretty nuts. Like, the fact that, you know, just for silliness sake, just for the sake of silliness. So, I finally found a rainbow AGL Gogeta. Let's see what we can do here with this. Now, which one is the rainbow unit? We'll find out here in just a moment. It is the third one. So I'm going to put him on primary. I'm going to feed him. And I'm just going to see what happens here. Alright. There's that. There's that. And then there's that. Here we go. Alright, what are you going to do for me, buddy? What are you going to do? If you get a crit, that'll tell us right away what's up. Really hope you crit. I'm not going to lie. 2.4 mil, no crit. So I still think STR's a little bit stronger. I think STR's just a little bit stronger. You're not going to let me do this, are you? Okay. So our Gogeta's only going to have 1 orb. Just 1. But we'll still test him. We'll see what he does. If you guys want to see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I guess we could do that. But basically, I want to test all the base Gogetas. I think I really want to do Super Saiyan 4, but I might save that for a separate video. 4.1 mil. He won't uncrit. But we've seen what he does without criticals, so I think we can math that out. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'd have to reverse engineer the damage on that, but just reviewing everything, I think STR even out-hits the AGL. I think STR is the king. And that's terrifying. So, yeah. I might math that out and re-edit this, but that is just utterly bat guano. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. I'll put the actual numbers that I reverse engineered out of the damage tests in the comments section. You guys can take it from there. But that's pretty crazy stuff. Unfortunately, it's just not going to cooperate and let me do what I want to do with this, but that's already pretty insane. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow the Birdman. Hit me up on Booker. We'll be back tonight with a live stream, but it will be of Don Machi. So Stay tuned for that. And we have the mail-only war games coming live on that tonight, too. So I got a video coming out on that as well, if you play that game with us. So, see y'all then. Lay your asses out then. Doesn't really work with that game, because it's not, I mean, too many innuendos.